YouTube. Once again, we are back on the bike trail. We're next to traffic, so it's probably going to be a little hard to hear me, but anyway, we are on the Great Miami Trail, or Bikeway, and we are heading south, driving Stuart Street. Just like in a previous video, only this time the quality will be better. Today it's been overcast, but it is not expected to rain. Nothing showing on the radar, but that doesn't always mean it's not going to rain. Said we're heading south. Straight ahead of us is historical Carrollton Park. Like I said in the previous video, if you're ever in Dayton and you want to visit somewhere that's really neat, where you can learn some not only local history, but a lot of Dayton's history. It had impact on the entire world, like the electric starter for your automobile, the floating step ladder, the way we open a soda can, flights, the cash register was invented here in Dayton, Ohio. You'll find a lot of local transit history here at Carrollton Park. As you can see ahead of us, there's the Carrollton Bell Tower. There's like a sculpture of a man who is riding a man who looks like a bicycle. Right now I predominantly have the wind at my back, so that means on the way home I'll be pedaling into the wind. And I looked it up after my last video. I looked up when it was built. Building here off in the distance, that used to be where the National Cash Register Company was headquartered. And I don't know how well you're going to see it, but across the Great Miami River here is UD Arena, where the University of Dayton Flyers play basketball, and you're not really going to be able to see it, but to the right of that is the football field. Bicycles from the Wright brothers, and there's some contraptions in there where they were learning the physics of wind flow and all that stuff. But when you see ahead of you, I hope you can see it anyway, that clock tower, that's the Reynolds clock tower. RJ Reynolds clock tower. Used to be in the downtown area, but they moved it probably maybe 20 years ago. Be able to see that. If I lift the bike up, maybe you can see it better. I don't know if you can see that. There's a bird hovering over there. That might be one of the young eagles. I don't know. Anywho. ahead of you is a reservoir. It used to be. The reservoir used to be right here, but for whatever reason they relocated it. Try to get rid of all the battles, places I could. Flopping around, and earlier I noticed that my brake cable was smacking my reflector. But look, for 40 bucks, anybody can be a YouTuber. For 40 bucks, you can buy a cheap body camera off of eBay, attach it to yourself or a bicycle, and just go out. These are probably storm winds from Debbie. See, when I hit bumps, you hear that water bottle clanging about. Hopefully that little area there looks better than it did last time. In fact, I know it does. Sometimes the Miami River floods or overflows, and it floods this section here of the bike trail. I swear to God, when I was like 12, me and my brother came down here. We were young. We didn't care. We wanted to ride the bike trail basically in the river on the bike trail. But anyway, I ended up getting wrecked because of a fish that was stuck here on the bike trail. And then we realized there were hundreds of fish trapped. I felt so bad for them. I started trying to toss them into the deeper water. My brother was like, look, we can't stay here all day. But I tried to save a few of them. Surprisingly, there are not a lot of videos on YouTube of the Dayton Bikeway system. You see a few, but they're just little snippets. It's not like a destination from start to destination type of thing. It's just, or well, there is, but it's all edited, half the video was edited out. Like I seen one video. Okay, so you're riding from Cincinnati to Dayton, but the video was 6 minutes. You know, every now and again you'll see something like cool like this, and then for 10 seconds, and then next clip. So you're just adding a bunch of little short clips together. And then some. There is a YouTuber I found, and he has a lot of videos of the bike trails here around Dayton, in and around Dayton, but there's no commentary whatsoever. Which might be a good thing. I don't know. Do you guys prefer some commentary or just that I showed up? This section here, there would be huge grasshoppers, like between 2 and 4 inches. In Florida, they have some Jurassic grasshoppers. They are like 4 to 6 inches big. Dang, look at all those ducks or geese just chilling. This is a beautiful little spot. I don't know if you guys can see that trash. Just kills it. On the camera or not, but across the river there are some hay bales. So somebody obviously owns that land and harvests the hay. When I had my farm in Kentucky, I had probably 10 acres of hay, but I didn't have a hay baler. So I had a contract with a neighbor that had a hay baler, and he would bale the hay, and basically he did the labor. I provided the product and the land, and he did the labor, and we just split it. Technically the bike path is on the left of us there. It's basically a city sidewalk. Taking the street's a lot easier. You don't get a lot of traffic on this street. This street is called East River Road, and people fly down the street. It's all industrial area. miles of 75. I lived in Kentucky. I tried to play stupid. I said, I thought the speed limit said 75. He said, I ain't buying it. I said, alright, you got it. Gave me a warning. Back then the speed limit, I think, was 60. See, last time we were here, there were people the boat out here doing some rafting. Hopefully it looks better than it did last time. The last camera, you could not read that sign on the camera. So you can see that now. Sunsight Lake. Sunsight. Says private property, no trespassing. Well then, if I had a lake that big, it would be, unless it was like direct, like right next to my house or something where they could get to my home from the lake. But look, this big ass lake. I mean, people can own what they want, but me, I'm generous. I cannot have a big lake like this on a nice day like today and there not be a boat in the water or something. You know, if people are like, hey, can I put my boat in your lake for a few hours? Yeah, go ahead. I had a pretty good size. It wasn't, obviously it wasn't as big as this lake here, but I had a pretty good sized pond. A lot of people in town used to like to fish in it. So I would on a regular basis get people asking if they could come fish in my pond. And I didn't mind too much. As soon as we hit this canopy of trees, the temperature drops. Because like I said before, we have 2 bodies of water on each side, or a body of water on each side. Should we go down here? Why not? Last time I was down here, I came down here just to rest. I was sitting Indian style here on the boat dock, checking my Facebook, and a park ranger on a four-wheeler stopped and asked me what I was doing. I said, well, sitting here, as you see. Did I do something wrong? He said no. I said, am I trespassing? He said no. I said okay, because I didn't see no trespassing signs here. So he scooted on. But anyway, this is the Dayton Canoe Club. I don't know if you can see those boats right there. That's, I think, where they store the boats for like water rescues and such. Skedaddle before the park ranger gets us. Sun coming out now. Oh, rain. So it's spiddling somewhere, probably right up ahead of us. That same truck was here last time. Last time I was here, when you looked across the river, the trees over there looked all brown. So it should look a lot better today. This is the Great Miami River, named after the Miami Indians. This river was named long before the city of Miami. Yep, that same truck was here last time. Hello. How you doing? I prefer to walk up this hill. My knees don't get too happy if I pedal. If I start pedaling and taking off on the hill. to. Last video I mentioned going across the bridge over to the Moraine Air Park. And we'll go there and see some little airplanes. Ride my bike like that, but then I'd ride 40, 50 miles and only had been around a couple hours. At one point when I was in my mid-20s, my early and mid-20s, I had a more of a road bike. I had a Giant, and I had bought a speedometer for it, and it had a trip meter and all that. I used to ride from Dayton to Xenia, which is, Dayton is in Montgomery County and Xenia is in Greene County. I think it takes probably 20-25 minutes in a car. But anyway, the fastest time that I was able to get there on my bike was 52 minutes. And I would stop and smoke a cigarette for roughly 5 minutes. And that's, like I said, I think I estimated my break to be like 6 minutes. I would do an average speed of like 37.2. I try to keep my speedometer right around 35 miles an hour. It didn't matter if I had a strong headwind. I would just use the muscle and counter that. You know what? Today is probably not a good day to go to Moraine Air Park because you don't see too many small aircraft out when it's really windy like this. you can see and probably hear, that is Interstate 75 south next to us. And there has been construction in this section of 75 for the last 30 years plus. It never ends. Oh wow, 5 tons. Jeez, good thing I only brought one water bottle. That would have put us over the weight limit. But we know that it ends at the Ohio River. No momento. Really want to leave my bike out here, but I also didn't want to lock it up. And it don't matter if you lock your bike up around here. If somebody wants it bad enough, they'll get it. I seen a dude a couple summers ago with the little electric saws. I said, hey, man, is that your bike? He said, yeah, I forgot my key. I said, yeah, okay. Sure you did. But he could have been telling the truth, but I doubt it. So this is, I think, still Moraine, but up ahead is West Carrollton. Yeah, well, now it's to the left of us, that's West Carrollton. There ain't much to it. A couple gas stations, a couple fast food restaurants. It's one of them little towns. If you blink an eye, you might miss it. maybe 10 miles from the city center. Here we are in a big rural area. I think that might be Miamisburg Mound. I'm not too sure. If you're familiar with the area, maybe you can chime in the comment section, confirm or whatever. Bike trail. I do believe this particular trail goes all the way to Middletown, Ohio, which is almost directly in between Dayton and Cincinnati. I believe it goes to Middletown, and then on the other side of Middletown you can pick the trail back up and go all the way into Cincinnati. I mentioned previously in my previous video that I had rode the farthest on this trail to Centerville. The farthest I rode this trail was actually Franklin, Ohio. Out here in the farmlands. Big corn crop there. Probably gonna be like an hour long, but it's okay. You can always fast forward past the parts that don't interest you. But this is the full-on ride. This is no cuts, no editing. A lot of YouTubers nowadays are like professionals themselves. They use professional equipment. They heavily edit everything. But you ain't gonna get no editing here. As Turtle Man would say, live action. So if I say some fucked up shit, it's there. I don't give a fuck. Sure, if I say something that may not come out the right way, I could edit that out. But why? We all make mistakes. We all say things that could be misinterpreted. Anyway, we have a nice cornfield here ahead of us. No dumping. Ain't that a bitch? I gotta take a deuce. The sign says no dumping. Like some YouTubers, they go edit crazy. Like if they don't feel like they're saying the most perfect thing, like every other word they say, you see the clips being cut, edit. I hate that. Damn rooster. See, that's how you know you're in the country. You're hearing roosters and shit. Carrollton. Sleepy little town. It ain't much of an avenue. It's like a half a block with one house. If we keep going the 3 miles, we'll be in Miamisburg, and if we keep on going even past that, we'll be in Franklin. But I'm not going to ride that far today. Farmersville, West Carrollton Road. Anyway, YouTube, thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed the video, thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Peace out.